Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing Nomadland. Before we go any further, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I release new videos. Nomadland stars Francis McDormand and is directed by Chloé Zhao. So this movie is about McDormand's character, Fern, who after losing her husband during the Great Recession, she embarks on a journey through the American West. And she lives as a modern day nomad, living in her van. So she encounters other nomads throughout this movie. And now the people that she encounters as nomads, these were real people, real nomads. And actually none of them knew until filming was done that McDormand was a Hollywood star. Throughout this movie, a lot of them share their life stories and there are a lot of emotional scenes from these individuals. Now this movie was filmed across 7 states over the course of 4 months. And McDormand actually performed the jobs that she was doing in the movies, from harvesting beets to the packaging Amazon orders. And I'm actually impressed by McDormand in this movie. In real life, she actually lived in her van and she lived as a nomad for quite some time. She wasn't just acting in scenes and then popping up to interact with the real nomads. She was actually living as one. She actually worked the same jobs that some of the nomads worked. She worked with them. The movie is a little somber. It's very quiet. It takes its time. You know, it's not action-packed. This is not that type of movie. And personally, I think it tells the American story. McDormand and these people, for the most part, you see that these are Americans who, for the most part, chose to live this way because of the things that have gone on in their lives. Some lost loved ones, some lost jobs, and they made the decision to live this type of lifestyle. They get to travel, they get to see the country, they get to meet new people. They do also have their own communities as well. You get a sense of when they do meet up together that there is a family dynamic. People do look out for each other. We see a few scenes where one nomad doesn't need some of the items that they need anymore and they put them in a pile and you pick out what you need. There is one scene with a woman who's sick and dying, and instead of spending her last few months in the hospital, she wanted to travel around in her van. McDormand's character Fern does meet some amazing people, and like I said, pretty much all of them were real people using their real names. But there is a man that pops up every now and then, and there's a heavy flirtatious relationship between him and Fern. And he's probably the only other actor I recognize in the movie, David Strathairn. I think this movie would definitely be considered the heart of 2020. I can see why it won for Best Motion Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Actress, because this movie tells a story that we rarely get to hear about. We get to see a side of America that few people get to see, and it goes far beyond just, you know, talking about the working class. This is a hidden population of people who live on country roads and in open spaces, and they live in their RVs or vans, and they have their own groups, their own families. And I think also because these are real people, these are not actors acting out their emotions. They're not acting out being sad or being happy or telling these fake stories of losing their loved ones. There's one man that Fern encounters, and he tells a story about how his son committed suicide, and that was sort of the jumping off point to him living this lifestyle, becoming a nomad. And you feel for him. You feel for all of these people she encounters and who share their stories because they're real people. These are real stories. And that's what gives this movie its heart. And I think everyone can relate to that on some level. We know 2020 was a hard year for a lot of people. And this movie shows people who have lost a lot, who have gone through a lot, but they're still happy. It not only makes you grateful for what you have, but it makes you appreciate the people around you even more. You know, these people, they don't have the luxury of a fancy home or a prestigious job or the latest cell phone. These people have some of the basics and they're still happy. They're still free in a sense. They're not weighed down by jobs. They're not weighed down by their social media. They're not weighed down by some of the society norms because they have this freedom of just picking up and going wherever they want to go, whenever they want to go. McDormand is amazing in this movie. She's very quiet and she's very powerful in this role, and I commend her for going through what she went through for this movie. And this went far beyond method acting. This wasn't, you know, oh, I'm gonna live this life so I can get a better sense. No, she really dove deep into this role and really did these jobs. She really lived this life and she really got to know these people. So I do recommend this movie. Watch it with your family. It's a very beautiful movie. Even though I said it's kind of somber, it's very beautiful. There are no gimmicks. There's no extra added drama. It just shows a woman trying to survive, going through life and meeting other people who are surviving as well. That was my review of Nomadland. Go check it out. So guys, I'll see you in the next one.